The defining moment of Worlds 2016. Hi everyone, I've safely arrived back from my Worlds trip and I'm completely jet lagged and exhausted. But I owe it to you all viewers for not pumping out content this last entire week, so this has to come out just for you all. Well, unfortunately I was not able to put out those vlogging episodes that I promised. It was a very exhausting trip. Every single day we returned back to the hotel after what 10 p.m. or so, 11 p.m. Totally exhausted, and I couldn't get the Wi-Fi up working well enough to actually upload videos. So I wasn't able to do that. However, I still did collect some photos and videos from the trip, so I will definitely try to get a big vlog compilation episode or several smaller ones out in the coming days. The intention of the vlog is to give non-Worlds goers a sneak peek as to what one can expect at Worlds, and this is something that not many other uh, netrunners have done, so I hope this is a niche that can be filled, and I hope you enjoy them. But enough of that, let's talk about my Worlds experience and how it was like. Well, the best part of it was putting the faces to the usernames that I've seen online. So many wonderful netrunners out there, and being able to chat with them in person was just an unbelievable experience. I was able to play against the best of the best, some players that I've even idolized from watching past Worlds. Coming in, I wanted to play against people like Dan Dargenio, Timmy Wong, and Dean, and I managed to do all of that. I am very ecstatic about that. I was able to also talk to other content creators, and I was also swamped by lots of people who were thanking me for my videos that I just can't thank enough. All you viewers motivate me to carry on with this and to best myself at Netrunner, and it has gotten me to where I am today. So it was a really wonderful experience just talking to everyone. It's a wonderful community, and it was hyped up even further when I spent lots of quality time with the best Netrunner players in the world from Team UK. We went out on a beer factory tour of all things, and we got lots of downtime, lots of time to just hang around, chill out, play casual board games, and all that stuff. It was good fun. So it's basically nationals amped up so much more because it was a week-long trip of socializing and Netrunner. What more could I ask for? Well, I could ask for a good performance, and that I got. So, to top off my results for the year, not only did I finish second in London Regionals, not only was I second in line for the Reading Regionals, not only did I finish second at SSCI, I finished second at Worlds. Second out of 250 attending players. Well, what can I say? I'm pretty good at not winning any tournaments. Well, there you go. So, what were the decks that I brought on the day? They were DLR Max and a very interesting sync deck. Well, to preface this, I must apologize to everyone who has supported me and who has the impression that I'm a person who likes to play janky decks or very interesting creative decks. I'm very sorry for bringing DLR Max to Worlds and nearly winning with it. It would be a travesty if we had another DLR winner. I do agree that DLR strategies are degenerate and really should not be tier 1. I had to do it because this was my one shot at Worlds. Coming into this, I thought to myself, this would be my only chance, possibly my only Worlds trip. I gotta make it count, and DLR Max brought me to the top. So I stand by my decision. It was not an easy one to make, and definitely one that I'm sure disappointed a lot of viewers. Again, I apologize for that sincerely. I would never bring this to a store champ to terrorize newer players or players who just come in expecting a fun game. At Worlds, one expects to play against any type of deck possible in the current meta, and I provided that platform for it. If it is any consolation, of the top 8 runners, 7 were wizards. I was the only non-wizard in the top 8. So, yay for uniqueness, I guess. If that softens the blow at all, having a nice change in pace, having a max instead of all the wizards. Can you forgive me, pretty please? No? Nah, it's okay. I understand. I totally understand. So regarding the uh meta at the very top, the cutting edge end of the competition, um, the game I personally feel it is balanced in the sense that the quad runner win rate is within 5% of being evens, in my opinion. It wasn't as though CTM was completely dominant in terms of win percentage or that Wizard won every single game. That was not the case. The problem lies not with game balance but with diversity. The top card was basically all red and yellow, especially yellow, and that is something I feel is not ideal for the game. I think every faction should have a viable archetype, and the fact that this was lacking in this year's top card compared with previous world's top card is a very worrying sign. While it is true that I'd rather have a balanced metagame than a diverse metagame, at the end of the day, I still feel that this is something that we definitely should improve on as we move into further into the Flashpoint cycle and beyond. Well, another big highlight of this World Championship was the team experience. I was playing not just for myself, but for Team UK. We sent a big uh, party to this event with 26 whopping players jostling for a spot in the top cut. And we managed to send 6 of our very best into that cut. I'd like to give a very big congratulations to Dave, and Alex for doing so well, for making the top cut. Even though it was Chris and myself that were getting all the attention, I think the 4 of you really deserve a very big shout. It's a very, very big accomplishment to make the top 16, and I just can't stress that enough. The level of competition has risen so much compared to last year, and to even um, make it to the top 16 is a huge accomplishment in itself, considering the level of competition, considering the 9 grueling rounds of Swiss, and considering all the exhaustion and the amount of luck you have to have in order to make it all the way through. And everyone brought a special deck of their own. Dave brought Diaper, while Dave brought Siphon Valencia, and the other Dave brought Siphon Wizard. Okay, you get the idea. Daves are OP. Um, what can I say? But for me, what really made the difference was when it came down to the top 4. The top 4 featured Chris, who made his way safely to the grand finals by winning 4 matches in a row. He did his part in ensuring that making the possibility of an all-Brit final possible by becoming the king of the winner bracket. But for the losers bracket, it was quite a brawl. A lot of Team UK players were sent down there very quickly, including myself when Chris eventually defeated me. I was forced to battle one of my own, Alex White. I was very, very surprised that I managed to pull out my win against him, but that only increased the amount of pressure that I had, because now I was the Team UK representative that was supposed to battle through the West Coast players, 2 of them in fact, in the top 4 and the top 3 games in order to make an all-Brit final a reality. And against all odds, somehow or another, I managed to do my part and make that successful. So I was playing for more than just myself, and it felt really good that I managed to carry our team forward and play an active part in ensuring that all-Brit final we would have an all-Brit final, and that is one of the proudest moments of perhaps my Netrunner career. Honestly, at the end of the day, it really, I would be overjoyed either way if Chris or I won. And it really came down to a coin flip at the end with the final game, but Chris took it, and I was very happy for him. As a very consistent Netrunner player, I think he doesn't get enough recognition or coverage outside of the UK. All of us know that he's one of the most, if not the most consistent player in our country, and I'm glad that he got the opportunity to show that to the rest of the world. So once again, congratulations to Chris for taking home the championship. Very well deserved. I also like to give my shoutouts and thank yous to a lot of people, many of whom made my experience possible. Team UK, as I mentioned, encouraged me on and made the impossible the possible. Gave me the pressure, just enough pressure I needed to edge over the West Coast players who themselves had a very strong meta. They brought some of the best decks to this tournament, and it was not easy knocking them out of the way. I have to give a big thank you to Dave Hoyland, who at my lowest of points when I was struggling to find a deck to bring to Worlds, encouraged me to stick with the Max instead of giving it up. And that was the motivation I needed to press on with my practice and achieve a lot of success at Worlds. I would also like to thank Tagore and Brian for lending me their cards as hotel roommates. That helped so much because I didn't have my pack of escalation with me. And they lent me their good luck as well, which played a big part in getting me to the top. I'd like to thank Spags for also hosting King of Servers. That was a very well run tournament, and I knew it wasn't easy on him, given the limitations, but it was a successful tournament and it was a lot of fun. The Brits hyped it up so much last year, and I'm glad to be a part of it this year. As a fellow content creator, I cannot leave out this. I have to thank the streamers, Dodgepong, and the video recorder from our country, Jono, for doing their part and giving us the content coverage that our community deserves. FFG as well for making such a nice setup for the streaming this year, and they've actually managed to get the guests that we won. Stephen Woolley, one of the best, one of the most passionate, should I say, commentators, and Chris Underwood, who is from Run Last Click, had some airtime there as well, very well deserved. Last but not least, I'll thank you. Yes, you. You're listening to it right now. Without your support, whether you're a Patreon supporter, whether you comment on my videos, or whether you just watch it in passing, without your kind words of encouragement, I would not have done so much practice. I would not have pumped out so many videos, and this is what has gotten me to this place today. Without all your support, this victory for me would not have been. So that's all I can say. Thanks everyone. I know I sound very exhausted right now, and I'm not as energetic as you see in the streams, but I am really, really tired. And yeah, I think it's time to go to bed. But to close off, I did say to myself that coming into Worlds, this was my one and only shot at it, because I'm not even sure if my situation will permit for me to go to Worlds next year. But given how things unfolded and my performance at this Worlds, I'm not really sure I can pass up the opportunity next year. What will happen? We can only wait and see. But for now, thanks for watching. The next video I'm going to post will be one where I talk about my max and sync decks in detail. It will be I will be breaking down the decks and doing a full deck analysis, and I hope you will stay tuned to that. Thanks for watching. Happy net running. Goodbye.